Hi everybody and a big welcome to cEDH TV. Me, Pontus and Redrick, joined this time by William, who actually won an in-house Discord tournament in the Cabal.
Hello. Okay, so today I'm playing Thrasios Fowl Smasher, proxy Roguesai, but use green in the best way possible to get Dockside onto the board. You get Worldly Tutor and all that stuff to get Dockside, and then you get your Dockside, and then you do Roguesai things. So yeah, also has some infinite mana loops for Dockside, so those are the main two purposes we're playing green. And other than that, we're playing grixis.
So while William is playing Rogueside with green, I'm playing straight up superior Rogueside because we have a new overlord in grixis, which is Francisco and Kraum. It's basically your Rogueside shell with good commanders, and you also have a combo with Francisco and Walking Ballista with Agatha's Soul Cauldron, where you give Francisco the ability to ping, and then he explores, and then you win the game. So it's just straight up better Rogueside. It's probably the best deck in the format by now, and that's great.
Today I'm playing najeela, great commander as well. We have Matthew Brady's list, which has been placing well in tournaments, and I just like that it's najeela, so it feels like we can pound some drums where we try to generate infinite combat steps and infinite mana with our 5-color package.
Pontus isn't the only Walking Ballista commander. I'm playing mono white, kinda staxy, Heliod, Sun, Crown. So we wanna get Walking Ballista into play or a Triskelion, and from there have infinite damage. Pretty clean and simple. So this first 7 doesn't contain anything explosive. I want something better. I mean, we have a land, and then a mana vault, and then emergency zone, like Spirit of the Labyrinth, and then we kind of sit there. I don't like that, so let's take another one. There's nothing in this hand either that is making me excited, like Mox Diamond with 1 land and then a mana vault. If we keep this hand, we're gonna get stuck, we're gonna get our commander to play, but then what? We can't just have command, or we could have a Rule of Law in play, and then we sit with a Rule of Law and nothing. So we're gonna mulligan. So this is a lot better. So currently right here we have Graph Digger's Cage, that is kinda good, interacting a tiny bit, and I got a Soul's Cauldron, so yeah. We can actually interact with Pontus by using our Agatha Soul's Cauldron in response to his, potentially, but we also have a way to get a Walking Ballista into our hand. So yeah, we have some form of interaction, but we also have a tutor for the win, and that's very key. So this is like a hand that is going to interact, but also develop into something. So we are going to bottom this, and this is gonna be our opener. We might be in a pickle because we need a 3rd land here, but it should work out.
Let's draw starting 7. This hand is like 1 land away from being really good, or at least pretty good. It's a bit conflicting with the Diabolic Intent and the wanting to cast Kraum. We could bet on top taking a land. It's almost up there in being good enough to gamble on that, but not on the first 7. On the second 7 I could consider it, but not here. So I'm going to second 7. This hand is also kind of fine, but we don't have any fast mana to get to our wheels early. So this would just be us sitting back on Daze and Pyro and doing a turn 3 wheel, hopefully. That's kind of cope, not that great. Let's go to 6. Grim Monolith barely counts as fast mana, and the payoff is Tainted Pact for gas. Nah, we can still do better. Let's go to 5. This hand is so close to being amazing, but the complete lack of lands makes it be a hand we cannot keep. We have to go to 4. This is very close to being a turn 1 Adnos. We're 1 mana off, and that's really funny. But yeah, this is actually the best hand we have had so far, even on the 4. So yeah, of course we keep it. We might be able to last turn 2. It's a bit awkward because we have too many cards we want to keep. Bottoming the Gamble at every time, and probably Springleaf Drum Talisman. It's a bit awkward because we would love to consult for Crypt and cast Talisman into Springleaf Drum, but we can't do that, so it's a bit awkward. We'll see what the top deck kind of determines what we go for. No, wait. Okay. I take that back. This is turn 1 fish. Well, that's pretty good. Let's keep that.
First 7, and we don't have any lands, we don't have any play, and not a good position to be in. We go to second 7. Nice and easy. We have the Gemstone Caverns for a potential play with Gamble, and then we have the Dockside. Being C3, Dockside is pretty good. Thing is, we don't have the extra lands. We do need to draw the extra mana source. We don't draw an additional mana source in the next 3 draws or something. We just like are stuck in that many turns from now on. So yeah, I think we can find better hands on a 6 or below. We could do a Chromox on the misstep and play the Mystic Remora, and we have a Ragavan. Could bottom the Overgrown Tomb, and then we basically just keep the misstep up. If Pontus' whole entire hand on a 4 relies on him having just a tutor, for example, we could misstep the tutor, or if there's a Remora in there, we probably could throw Pontus out of the game, and if there's nothing, then I guess we just imprint the misstep, play the Remora, and play the Ragavan. I think that's our play, bottoming Overgrown Tomb. Take it away, Rhetoric.
All right, folks. Maybe I'm back in the trap. I'm going to do it. I am going to keep this first summon because it's Mana Crypt and Arid Mesa, so I can get Najeela out on turn 1. Eldarmer's Call helps us fetch up Berevi. We have Mindbreak Trap too, because we know with some Turbo decks, especially 2 Grixis and Grixis-like decks, we probably need to have something for the storm part that always comes with Grixis. So Mindbreak Trap can help with that. And yeah, I mean, Phantasmal Image for a potential dockside that people will launch that would help us also for another combat step, maybe even Derevi later on. And I'm number 4, so I can kind of just hope that people power things out, and we'll see what happens. Go ahead.
Draw a card for turn. That's actually perfect. Top deck's great today. Planes. And then I'm gonna cast an Esper Sentinel. Esper resolves and I pass the turn.
Go to my turn. Land for turn will be a Verdant Catacombs, and I will fetch. I'll tap the Ungrown Sea I found of the fetch to cast a Dark Ritual. Not paying for Esper.
Is this a Necropotence, or so I'll respond to the Dark Rit by paying 2 life, casting this Manta Misstep on Dark Ritual.
It's countered, and I pass.
Untap, upkeep, draw. I'm going to play this Wooded Foothills as my land for turn. We are going to fetch with the Wooded Foothills. Volcanic Island. I'm going to tap that to cast this Mystic Remora. And you may draw Esper Sentinel, Mons. And that's going to be my turn. And my turn.
Draw a card for turn. Land for turn will be an Arid Mesa, tapping it, paying a life. Now fetch. Fetch up a Volcanic Island, Mana Crypt. You may draw from Esper Sentinel and Fish. Then I'll tap Volcanic Island and Mana Crypt for Ristic Study. You may draw from Fish. Ristic Study resolves. 5 cards in hand, pass turn.
I will go to my turn and draw a card. 10 cards in hand. Sadly, I think we're gonna feed a tiny bit, so Mana Crypt. I'm not paying for either. Inventor's Fair, land drop. And then I'm gonna cast my Heliod, Sun Crowned, paying for Ristic Study. Combat, I'm attacking William for 1 with my Esper Sentinel, and then I'm passing the turn.
Go to my turn. Land for turn will be a Mist Rainforest, and I'll fetch. Finding a Volcanic Island, which I will then not tap, but rather tap the Underground Sea to cast a Demonic Constellation. And I'm not gonna pay any taxes from a 4 when I got my first ritual misstepped. You can draw.
Pontus, are you actually gonna find are you gonna name Mystic Remora with that thing?
You'll see if it resolves.
I kind of want to see it resolve then.
Yeah, I'm going to pass on Demonic Consultation.
Have fun. Pass.
I pass too. You can name Mystic Remora.
Yeah, I'll name Mystic Remora. So we start with the top 6. I reveal a Infernal Plunge, a Jessica's Will, Arcane Signets, a Will of Misfortune, a Talisman of Indulgence, and then Meembet. And then we just continue until we find the Remora. Final Fortune, Mox Amber, Intent, Necro, Grim Monolith, Watery Grave, Ragavan, Sculling Tarn, Fierce, Yule Lotus, Sol Ring, City of Traitors, Walking Ballista, Demonic Tutor, City of Brass, Lotus Petal, Blood Crypt, Taint Pact, Daze, SWAT, Flood of Strands, Steam Vents, Chain of Vapor, Deadly Relic, Arid Mesa, Springleaf Drum, Badlands, Yogwill, Rain Freeze, Twister, Musket Tutor, Born Upon Wind, Gemstone Caverns, Grim Tutor, Otavara, Mox Diamond, Bowmasters, Misstep, Force of Will, Adnos, Defense Grid with the Foothills, Pyroblast, Imseal, Vampiric Tutor, Polluted Delta, Culling the Weak, Thassa's Oracle, Pact of Negation, Gamble, Agatha Soul Cauldron, Mount Doom, Red Elemental Blast, Marsh Flats, Ancient Tomb, Chrome Mox, Flusterstorm, Dockside, Force Negation, Conqueror's Flail, Mindbreak Trap, Grinding Station, Bergie, Bloodstained Mire, Lionside Diamond, Cabal Ritual, Besiege the Mirror, Silver Spirit Guide, Swan Song, Command Tower, Mana Crypt, Talisman of Dominance, Praetor's Grasp, Underworld Breach, Freezing Tower, Mana Vault, Mox Opal, Mystic Remora.
How many cards are left in your deck right now?
6.
Oh my god.
If Fast Circle was not gone, I would consider you an enormous threat right now, but I saw Fast as being excited by that thing.
But wait, you have did we see Praetor's Grasp at all there?
Yep.
Or,
Oh, that Praetor's
We
Cross
did.
is gone too.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Mean bet, Praetor's Grasp, Thrasios, Breach. Yeah.
Fun.
I'll then cast this Mystic Remora, not paying taxes. Fish resolves and I'll pass the turn.
Okay, untap. I have a Mystic Remora trigger. I am going to pay for this Mystic Remora and draw for a turn. So land for turn is going to be this Bloodstain Mire. I will tap it immediately, lose a life. I find this Taiga off of my Bloodstain Mire. I am going to tap this Taiga, cast a Ragavan, not paying for Ristic Study. I will follow that up by playing this Chromox, not paying for Fish or Ristic Study or Esper Sentinel. Imprint trigger, I will imprint this Ristic Study. And that's going to be my turn. I pass.
All right. Untap. Upkeep. Roll for crypt. Heads. I'll take damage. I flipped a head, so 3 to the head. Just draw a card. Land for turn will be Mana Confluence. Tap Mana Crypts and Mana Confluence for Najeela. Then I will put a Mox Diamond into play. I will not pay for anything. Have fun, fellas. Mox Diamond resolves. I will put into the bin this Plateau. I will move to my end step and discard this Lion's Eye Diamond. With that, 7 cards in hand. Pass turn.
Go to my turn. Heads is damage. Heads, I also take 3 to the head. Then I get to untap and draw a card. Land is gonna be a Plains. I'm gonna cast a Scrapyard Recombiner, not paying for Ristic Study. I'm then going to cast a Mox Diamond, not paying for any taxes, discarding a Plains to it, and then I'm casting an Ethersworn Canonist, paying for Ristic Study on this one, and then I pass the turn. I really wish you luck, Pontus. If you pull a win here, that would be so amazing.
Upkeep Fish trigger. I will not be paying for it. Then I'll draw for turn. Oh, we're getting close, we're getting close. Play a Mana Confluence, land for turn. Tap 2 for a Talisman of Creativity, not paying any taxes, and then passing turn.
Untap, take my turn. I have a Mystic Remora trigger here. I will hold priority on my Mystic Remora trigger, and I will attempt to cast a Snap targeting the Edesorn Canonist, and not paying it for any of the taxes. You may draw.
That happens, it goes back to my hand, and yeah, I pass.
So Snap resolves. I untap 2 lands. Edesorn is bounced. Still in response to my Mystic Remora trigger, I'm going to tap this Taiga, cast this Worldly Tutor, not paying any taxes. Okay, my Worldly Tutor resolves. I'm going to put a Dockside Extortionist on the top of my library. So Dockside is on the top of my library. I now have a Mystic Remora trigger. I will decide not to pay for my Mystic Remora, and the fish is dead. Draw for turn. My land for turn is going to be this Exotic Orchard. I'm then going to tap Volcanic Island and my Kraum Mox to cast this Dockside Extortionist. Not paying for Ristic Study. You may draw.
I'll respond with a Mindbreak Trap. Not paying for Esper Sentinel.
Yeah, I have no response to the Mindbreak Trap. The Mindbreak Trap is going to resolve and exile my Dockside Extortionist. I will proceed to combat. I'm going to attack you, Redrick, with my Ragavan.
No blocks. Take 2, and then I'll peel off the top. Touch the Spirit Realm.
Okay, I create a treasure off of my Ragavan. I'm then going to proceed to... With my 6 cards in hand, I'm going to pass my turn.
Untap, upkeep. Heads, I'll take damage. Flip to tails. Then I'll draw a card. Land for turn will be Taiga. Then I will tap Mana Crypt and Taiga to cast my own Dockside. Dockside resolves.
I'm going to decide not to crack the treasure, so I pass on it.
I make 8 total treasures. Exciting. We will crack 2 of those. Cast a Phantasmal Image targeting this Dockside. If image resolves, so it enters the battlefield as a copy of Dockside, which then creates 8 more potential treasures. We will go down to 12 treasures. We'll cast Eladamri's Call, pay for Esper Sentinel. Eladamri's Call resolves, so we will go find a creature. This is the card that I found, and it will go into my hand. I will then tap Mox Diamond and take a damage from Mana Confluence to cast Derevi. Derevi resolves, so ETB, we will untap this Mana Confluence. I would like to move to combat.
In beginning of combat, I would like to ask the table, what is that thing over at Mouse table? Is that a win con of some sort? I'm not too familiar with the card. The one all the way to the left? Okay.
Yeah, sure, I can spill the beans. This is not a win con, but it's a tutor for the win con, basically. So it's good. I don't think you should interact with me, though.
Yeah, so in beginning of combat, I would like to tap this Exotic Orchard for a blue. I'm going to cast this Chain of Vapor targeting Mons thing.
Alright, so yeah, that happens. I guess I will show you how to deal with someone like you. I will sacrifice this plane, and I will target your... let's go Ragavan. I will Chain of Vapor it back to your Ragavan.
That works. My Ragavan is bounced to my hand. I am going to continue this chain, sacrificing this volcanic island and target najeela.
I'll float a blue from Cracking a Treasure, cast Swan Song, targeting the Chain of Vapor, targeting najeela. I will pay for the Esper Sentinel with the floating mana I have from Mana Crypt. Swan Song resolves.
Still in beginning of combat step, before attacks are declared, I will tap to take damage to snap najeela, not paying any taxes.
Yeah, draw a card, no response, that goes back to my hand.
Snap resolves, and I'll untap my 2 non-ouchy lands.
Really can't do anything on combat, so we'll go to my second main. Alrighty then, I will crack 2 treasures, cast Thassa's Oracle. Thassa's Oracle resolves, ETB, whole priority, cast Demonic Consultation. Demonic Consultation resolves, I will announce Mons' Goblin Raiders, if that's a card, I can't remember, and win the game as a result because of that score, or Thassa's Oracle's ability. GG's.